Most of you have probably heard of the Rulo, and now we're going to talk about what the Rulo is, where to aim it, and how you can introduce it into your game. The Rulo literally means to roll in Spanish, and it's a topspin overhead that you're playing down to that fence. If you're from a tennis background, the Rulo is essentially like a second serve that you're trying to kick into that fence. And so many players, when they come from tennis, try to play the 3 meters out the court every time, but actually the Rulo is a really effective shot and it will win you points. When it comes to which side of the court you play the Rulo on, the majority of the time you'll play it on the left side of the court, and most of the time as well it's when the ball is going over your left shoulder. So you're coming over into this position, the ball is over your left shoulder, and you're getting that brush from behind your head down to that fence. Having come from tennis, my serve was one of my strengths. So coming to the paddle court, naturally I wanted to use that strength in paddle, but I always ended up going for the 3 meters and trying to go out the court also because it's a feel-good shot. But actually I realized over time when I played better players that kicking that ball to the fence and using this Rulo won me so many more points, and it's such lower risk as well. Now, the majority of the time you would play the Rulo from the left side of the court because the angle, it's a lot more natural to play down to that fence using this brush on the ball. Plus, afterwards, you and your partner are in the right position at the net. If you play the Rulo from the right side of the court, the angle is a lot finer, so it's really difficult to play that ball down to the fence. Plus, if you do that, you open up the court, which means there's more risk on this shot. On thepadelschool.com, for our members, we have courses on the topspin smash and content on how to hit the Rulo. So head over to thepadelschool.com now, sign up today, we have a 7-day free trial. When it comes to where to aim for the Rulo, what you want to do is aim for this second post in between here and the glass. So you're aiming for this part of the fence. And when it comes to where you're aiming in the actual court, the closer you can aim to the fence, the harder the rebound is going to be. The further away that the ball rebounds to the fence, it's likely the rebound will be slightly easier for your opponent. So introducing it into your game, if you're starting off with the Rulo, simply using it at the right time is when you should introduce it into your game, and most of the time it will be on the left side when the ball is lobbed over your left shoulder. If you can start just using it in your game and aiming for that fence, that's the first step. If you're a more advanced player, what you want to try and do is start using it tactically in your game as well. So if your opponents start coming towards the net and you're going to play that Rulo, it's important to play the ball down to their feet, make it difficult for them. You don't even really need to play it towards the fence. If you can get that ball to their feet, that is an effective shot as well. On thepadelschool.com, we're going to be doing an extended version of this video where we're going to run through the technique for the Rulo, including the grip, the shoulder turn, and the contact point. And up here, I'm going to put a link to thepadelschool.com where you can sign up to be a member today. And down here, we're going to look at a different video around tactics and how you can use tactics in your game to win more points.